Hello, it's been a while since I've gotten to do a rant, so let's get right into this then. Should cyclists be on the road and everything? Now, the main inspiration for this rant is the when you're listening to the radio and stuff, there will quite often be the adverts going out telling drivers to be aware of cyclists and stuff. But it's always either just portraying the drivers as bad guys, which is the most common of them that I have seen, or just depicting the cyclist as incompetent and reckless, which is less common of the two, but I have seen it from time to time. So that's the main inspiration for this. So do I think cyclists should be on the road? Right, I don't think anybody under the age of 16, I'd say at the earliest, should be driving on a busy road unsupervised. If it's a busy road, then they should be supervised with at least a friend about the same age with them, just in case they get hit by a car. Then there's actually somebody there that can help until they're about 18. I'm not saying this should be enforced by law, but if I had children and they wanted to ride their bikes on the road, these are the guidelines that I would set for them. Also, until they're 18, now this I should think should be a law, is that until they're 18, they should have to at least wear a helmet. Now, if you're 18 and over, you don't have to wear a helmet, because you're adult and it's just if you get hit by a car and then just crack your head open, that's your choice. But if you're a parent and your children aren't wearing any safety gear, that's not their fault, because they don't know what the risks of them not wearing it is, because they can't even comprehend death yet. So they should not they should you shouldn't what I mean. There should be a law saying until they're at least 18, they have to wear at least a helmet. So yeah, that's basically what I think of it. And while I'm here, I'm just going to talk about the adverts. Those adverts are a lot like the news, and I will be doing a rant about the news one day, where it is very one-sided. I hardly ever see any of them, I've never seen any in the middle ground, drivers, keep an eye out for cyclists, don't be fucking idiots, and just swerve out in front of a car. Because cyclists do that, and cyclists are just as responsible for them getting hit as a driver in a lot of occasions, because there are a lot of reckless cyclists out there, and quite often they will get themselves hit by a car and not the car themselves hitting. Because how is a car supposed to be able to swerve out of the way of a bicycle coming out of a red stoplight? And I have seen them do that myself. So it's never black and white. Forgive the cliche. Well, is that a cliche? I guess it's a little bit cliche. Yeah, but it's just it's never just black and white saying it's all just the driver's fault or it's all just the cyclist's fault. You have to look at the situation in depth and just be okay, this happened and this happened because this happened, and that's how they got into this, how the cyclist got hit. So because that person did that, that's what caused it, so that it's that person's fault, and it's always the driver's fault and it's always the cyclist's fault, like I said. So I'm gonna go grind for tomorrow's episode of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Hope you enjoyed my rant on cyclist and adverts on the radio about it. And before anybody puts it down in the comments that the only reason why there are ads on the radio about drivers being more safe because there's no radio on the bicycle, well, why isn't there any on TV then? I've seen a couple in schools, but never in on TV and stuff. Also, you can get all radio stations on your mobile phone. Heck, even on a lot of older ones. Like when I was younger, I had this like old one that had buttons and stuff and everything. That got the radio on it, and it, you know, well, I was gonna. Oh yeah, and you also have just like the radio itself that's not built into a car, which, you know, you have in your house, which you could just sit down and listen to when you're not on your bike. So that argument is invalid. See you in the next video.